The Mosscloak is one of the other aspects everyone gets access to early. Like the Magma Miner, this class's specialization revolve around stacking. However, these stacks are called shurikens, and they don't do anything on their own. You gain 1 stack per turn, and can gain more stacks with one of your bindings. You can spend them to deal extra damage with another. This makes this class very burst focused, where you build your stacks and then expend them. There are limits to this playstyle, however. All of your bindings travel in a line, so you have to reposition a lot. Secondly, there are no inherent defenses. This means that you will have to pick up some self-sustain from items and augments, or you'll be spending a lot of your quillings on healing. Flurry is the skill that makes use of your aspect's identity. It deals damage in a line and deals bonus damage for each shuriken you have. Using this ability eats all of your shurikens, so you'll have to stack them up again. Scavenger's Dash is a movement skill that applies Marked to any enemy you travel through, and grants you 1 shuriken for each hit. Marked is a debuff that makes your next attack to that enemy deal 100% more damage. And your repeatable skill is called Throw. It's a straight line skill shot with a decent range. It has a bonus to crit chance, so it can be a decent amount of damage all on its own. The archetypes available to this aspect revolve around dealing poison damage, crits, gaining shurikens, and changing the way you deal damage. The poison archetype is the only thorough one, having a dedicated upgrade for each binding. They apply a large amount of poison to the targets that they hit at the cost of their initial damage. This build isn't my favorite simply because of how dot damage works, but I'm sure in a group this would pump out damage while someone else can tank the damage for you. The other Ascensions for Throw changes the way this skill does damage, and can give you a higher single target damage from Sharpshoot, or more area damage with Ricochet. Scavenger's Dash could gain the ability to grant you more critical charges from Deadly Dance, or more shurikens from Shuriken Jutsu. And finally, Flurry can gain a reset on kill with Lethal Burst, or more scaling damage per shuriken with Relentless Barrage. All of these options for the Mosscloak can easily synergize together, like Deadly Dance improving the critical damage of Ricochet, or Shuriken Jutsu maintaining a high shuriken uptime for Relentless Barrage. But you could easily mix and match these skills as you see fit, or to further synergize with the items you've picked up. Because of the way all of the Mosscloak skills line up, you can end up looking at the field very differently to any other aspect. You want to align as many enemies as you can along a path. You take that path with your movement skill and finish off as many enemies along the way, all while picking up orbs to give you skill resets, allowing you to do it all again. It's a pretty good aspect, all things considered. It has easy access to some consistent damage. Its low cooldowns allow you to use all of its abilities every turn. Shurikens are very easy to stack, and you're easily going to have them with your movement skill applying Marked. I'd put it in the A tier. The only thing holding it back for me really are any easy access to defenses. So you're going to end up taking a lot of damage in the early game,